Yo, what's good? This is Orifice Vogelch on Foreign Beggars, and you're listening to Bass Island with my girl, Vivien. Check it.
Okay, so hi and welcome on Bass Island.
Hi, how you doing? What's good?
It's all right. What are you doing?
Not much. We're just in the studio right now. Gonna break for the interview, but we're making some new bangers at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about that later. Okay, So you guys, you have changed the face of UK hip-hop in the last decade.
Wow.
Fusing rap with grime and bass music. And many people try to give a name and copy your style. So I want to ask you, how would you define your sound?
It's just diverse, you know what I'm saying? Essentially, we're rappers, but we mess with all type of beats, you know what I'm saying? There's a very strong underground music culture in the UK, and I think as rappers, you know, there's so many different styles, so we try and play with it all. I mean, there's grime, dubstep, house, electro, hip-hop. I think essentially if somebody asks us what we do, I say we're a rap group because that's what we do. But, you know, we just kind of stay progressive with the music. Lots of energy, lots of action.
Yeah. And you all have a very international background. You were born in Dubai, but your mom brought to you a very American culture. And so I read you initially grew up listening to bands like Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. When I was really young and then kind of moved on to very heavy metal, I grew up listening to through my mom, I was listening to Def Leppard and Motley Crue. But then when I was older, I was listening to bands like Napalm Death and Deicide, but at the same time listening to stuff like Alice in Chains, Nirvana, but also a lot of hip-hop like NWA, Eazy-E, Two Live Crew, all, Public Enemy, all the new hip-hop stuff that was happening. So basically, when I was growing up, it was the whole spectrum of underground music culture.
And when did you actually start rapping?
I started rapping in about 1996. Yeah, 1996. We started our first rap group in Dubai. I was kind of inspired by a friend of mine called Onyx from a group called Dark Circle, who was signed to DJ Vadim's label, Jazz Fudge, at the time.
See.
And, we started a crew in Dubai and then moved to London again in 99. And then it was doing two different types of rap. It was very hip-hop, but it was also the drum and bass style. So I was very inspired by the early MCs like Stevie Hyper D, Det, Skibber, Shabba, all of those guys.
But I guess Dubai wasn't really the most likely environment for hip-hop, was it?
Nah, it wasn't. Definitely not. But, being kids there's not so much to do. So, everybody who comes back, they bring all the music with them. So you have time to do things, there isn't a scene so much, so you don't get involved in all the politics and everybody's trying to look cool. You just do, you just focus on the real art form. So we had a lot of time to really dedicate ourselves to the music.
I see. So I guess, the only rap that we reached Dubai was the really high-quality one.
Yeah, but then everybody would come back and they record all the mixtapes, and so everything would come, but people would bring it. It was before the internet, so everybody had all the tapes, all the CDs, we had all the underground stuff. So we went and got it ourselves.
I see. And then you said you actually discovered drum and bass when you went back to England, and then you fell in love with drum and bass, right?
Yeah, I knew drum and bass since I was young, the early jungle days, and I liked it, but then I kind of rediscovered it again when I was about, 15, 16 years old, and it was through the really hard stuff, like the One Nation tapes and Roast tapes, and it was all the rave tapes that were going on, and that's when jungle became hard step, and that was what really got me again.
And what are the drum and bass and the hip-hop scenes like in Dubai nowadays?
Okay, there's not really a scene there, but people go out there. You'll get Ronnie Size, they'll go and play there. DJ Zinc, Andy C, they'll all go and play there now. So it's grown a lot, so there's a big entertainment culture. So people go, all the big rap artists have gone. Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes, 50 Cent, and even some underground people like Mos Def have gone, So it's nice. There's a nice variety there, but there's not a real scene.
I understand.
The scene is in the UK.
Yeah, definitely. And then collaborations such as the ones with Skrillex, Flux Pavilion, Noisia, Vato Gonzalez, or Alice Paris have helped you cross over to the mainstream. So how did all these collaborations come about?
Just friends, really. Just meeting people like Noisia. They heard our music and they wanted to get in touch with us, and then we just have friends in the scene in common. So they just introduced us. We spoke. We went to their studio, got on, made some tracks, and then I think all of those collaborations that you talked about is just through friends. I met Skrillex when he was staying with Noisia in Holland, and I was staying with them at the same time. Only collaboration there that's really been put together by a label was the Vato Gonzalez one, which was Ministry of Sound.
And during 2011, you've toured a lot in the States with many of these artists. How did it go?
Yeah, it was wicked. We've actually only done one tour in the States. That was with Skrillex. And we did that end of last year. It was amazing. All the shows just sold out. And it was really nice to see that the bass culture has blown up in America like that. But we're going back to the States soon. We're going back there in March.
You're currently busy touring Europe, and you're known for your eclectic and energetic live shows. So what do you do to get your best live gigs?
Which is crazy, you know. I mean, like, it's just the way that we structure the set. You know, we come out, we have a lot of energy from the beginning. All the beats that we use are very high energy, and it's also basically it's you know, it's not like a normal rap show where a guy will stand there and rap and then do a chorus and rap. It's like a lot of action, a lot of movement, and then we change tracks. So in the set list, we'll play like in an hour, we'll play like, you know, 50, 60 tracks, you know, like 40 tracks. We'll be mixing them up and then dropping stuff, and then using like the dance music formats with like build-ups and drops and energies and rewinds and stuff like that.
And have guest appearances from long-time collaborators of yours now become a sort of a regular occurrence? Like, for example, Dr. Syntax or Keza?
Kind of, no. They used to be more of a regular appearance, but nowadays we stripped it back and it's just the three of us on stage. So it's a hardcore Foreign Beggars show.
I see. And I heard you'll be playing in March at Brixton Academy for an important event. What is it?
That's right. Basically, it's a self-focused album launch. And it's, I think, who else is playing? I think Flux Pavilion is playing, DJ Fresh is playing. And, yeah, it's just going to be a massive event, UK bass culture event, and it's nice to be repping there. We're the only hip-hop group that's kind of crossed over into, like, the bass world, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. And your new album is due this summer, right?
Yeah. We have a few projects lined up. We have a new EP coming out on Mousetrap Records in March, which is Dead Mouse's label, which we're recording at the moment. And also we have an album with Noisia, which is in the pipeline. Hopefully that should be dropping towards the end of the summer.
Wow, wicked.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So we can't wait for these albums to be out.
Wicked. Neither can I, man. It's been too long. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Bye.